The last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
I need you to speak with your hands on the count of 3. Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go. Talk to who stepped up in this rap game and saying acting fool. Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of fronting like they're ill. Word. I think
some changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut, and it's Rush in for Harrison Barnes. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Warriors trail by 20. And Thompson kicks to Green. And the Warriors miss again.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Howard, that's good.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
On its way from Curry for 2. Another miss by Curry.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's Smith penetrating. Howard draws the double. Smith dishes to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Here's Green. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Green's got 6 points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Ty Lawson, who's checked in for Houston. And then for Golden State, Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Brandon Rush. Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game. And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Passes it to Capella. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Big-time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Second shot opportunity. Buries the jump shot. And that's 11 points for Steph Curry.
You know, not everything's falling for them, but they're definitely capitalizing on their second efforts.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounds, really one of those stats that make a huge difference in the outcome of a game. And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected plays like a coach who had done it for many years.
Houston making some changes. Jones checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Golden State also making some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now, here is Lawson. He has 6. Jones, the pass to Brewer. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Lawson. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Barnes. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Rockets leading by 15. Terry outside. Jones kicks to Terry. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Barbosa. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. Count the bucket. Terry's got 5 points so far.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3 or you'll give up points in a hurry. And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Inside. That's tipped. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets ahead, up by 16. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Howard. And it's Brewer in the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Brewer. Harden gets to Ariza. There's the dish to Howard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat, remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And so here is Golden State following the score by Houston.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Warriors trailed by 18. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Harden's shot is good.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up. First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And another three for Houston.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Now Smith after the missed three from Stephen Curry. But they get it back. And here's Harden for three. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
From the arc, they get it back. And the rejection by Smith. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Some changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. And it's Green and for Brandon Rush. Bogut dishes to Green. Nobody near Barnes. Knocks down the three ball.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Rockets power dancers.
The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. Houston leading by 20.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
From deep, Iguodala. This is the mark, his third miss of the game, 4 for 7 now. And the wide open shot from Green. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Smith with a wide open look. Howard gets to Ariza. Iguodala with the steal. The Rockets pull it in. Smith's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Beverly. The quick look, no good that time. Here's Barbosa. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Ariza. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Terrence Jones has checked in for Houston.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final games.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for Barnes. And it's Klay Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. The Warriors shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Curry's shot is good. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the #2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Now Harden after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. The 3 from Harden. Another miss by Harden. Warriors trailed by 20. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Takes the 3. Harden missing again.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense. They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Rockets.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for James Harden. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Shot by Terry, no good. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Lawson with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Offensive rebound. Barnes kicks to Spates. Another shot. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here is Livingston. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On the wing, Brewer. Trying to get back on track. And he gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 17.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.